this low, the two lows in the morning, right? One between 10 and 11 and one between 11 and 12. And you can see there was one here, 10:27. And just a little bit after we had this low here at 12. Then a little push to the upside, not nearly as big as a usual gain card, but like I said, with a significantly strong trend in one direction, it would kind of like mute out a lot of the opposing energies. And now here we are around the low of at the end of the day. Now it gets a little tricky here at the end of the day because we've got this ruin here, which is a pretty big move higher. When we look at the 1 month, we've also got this notable peak that forms at the end of the day on the 25th or on the cusp of the 25th, 26th. It forms from a big move to the upside. So there are some indications that we go higher after meeting a low, or maybe that we go higher and then we revisit the low. One of those two. It's a little tricky. And then while I purchased the long position around 1 o'clock, I believe it was. No, it was around 12, a little after 12. I purchased a long position around here, and then I purchased another long position all the way down here by these lows. And that's in anticipation of a notable move to the upside to an important resistance level standing out on like a 1 month chart scale. I think it'll probably be first thing in the morning. Actually, no, it's at the end of the day, that important price level. But there's an important price level at the beginning of the day. It's just not the same one as at the end of the day. And it's mixed. I think we probably are going to be higher and decline pretty notably into or around the open. Notable reversal, big move to a high, and then another big move to the downside into lows. So we have a low first thing in the morning and then lows midday. And then kind of mixed here. This is a low significator, cross reading congruency and cross reading congruency here. So very likely that we see the same lows. But after a notable move, there's a fast sudden move higher that takes us to the high. And we should see that again at the end of the day. And then we have a high significator cross reading correlation on the 27th. I think there's probably a peak there on the cusp. So people who have been following along on the S&P 500 readings and the lives definitely made a lot of money this week, guys. Thus far, I'm sure you guys made a lot of money. I made a good amount. I'm taking a breather. I can't do it for very long, and maintain whatever gift it is for myself. It's weird. I can only do it like for a little bit, and then I got to stop, wait a little bit, refresh. What's interesting is that we have a high correlator at the end of the day. It's an ace of discs as well. So a lot of price change there out of a low. And then this is a cross-reading congruency for multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. It's the preview card from the prior day. The fact that we decline pretty notably off of the high as well is interesting. It's pretty tricky. Hard to say if we go higher from here or if it's just like a momentary pop to the upside followed by more decline. Little difficult to determine. If I was going to play play the market into tomorrow, I want to be in both. Probably playing just a little bit in both directions right now. Hey, Baby Yoda. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. And from a 1 month standpoint, like I said, that low significator or low significator cross reading congruency on the 25th was an indication that the low wouldn't be on the 24th, but on the 25th instead. And there you go. There you have it, guys. I think we probably see lower price levels at the end of the week, though, after some erratic behavior and a couple of crests in here between now and the beginning of the day on the 27th. Wow, I think we might open lower tomorrow. I kind of have a feeling we're opening lower tomorrow based on that Fool card. The Fool card is often a gap down. Hey, Robert. SPC is near lows right now, but that's on track with the 1 year reading. It just didn't on 1 month. We didn't see the moves higher that we expected to see because the overall trend has been so bearish. Just been off on that one. So I'm exiting in November. I already exited partial because I needed to put that money into a short position in anticipation of this move lower. I almost made back all of the loss from SPC from this year. So sometime in mid-November, I'll be looking to exit SPC. All right, so I opened up a couple at the money puts. So I'm playing both directions right now, which is really the best way to handle an ESO meta when you have a lot of conflicting data. It's because you have back and forth behavior going on. All right, Hermes, I'm gonna pick you up. Just give me a sec, buddy. Okay, okay, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Goofball. What are you eating? Yeah, so this is where we probably turn around. If we end up at a high, at like a peak at the end of the day, not a high necessarily, but if we end up at a peak at the end of the day, what, Hermes? What are you afraid of? It's just my candle, funny guy. All right. That looks pretty bullish to me, actually. This is bullish. This is very bullish. Hermes saw the price of SBC and got angry. You funny guy. You're a good boy, you know. You're a good boy, Hermes. Everybody loves you.
What is this?
I just finished doing the spreads for January. All of the January monthlies are completed. Not the markups or the recordings, just the like photograph. But we are working on yeah, see, this is decline to and through support, meet another support, rotate sideways along support, and then out of that decline, there's an unexpected move higher. That's what we're looking for. That's the 2024 card. I believe I did do a 10-year on KDA. I think I did. Yeah. Why is IBM in there? Oh, that's February. Looks like more sideways rotation. We're in this sidewaysy rotation. There's probably more of it into 2024. There is a new move higher marking the end of that move, that sideways rotation. Hey, Tabraze. I know there's a big move tomorrow morning. We start out the day with the Fool card, which can be a gap down. But all of these lows today, all of these declines were also correlating to the Ace of Cups. So I'm playing both sides of the market because I think there's going to be quite a bit of price swinging. What's the market's reaction to the Fed speaking today? They're speaking after the bell. Is that correct? Yikes. After the bell's not a good sign. After the bell probably means negative behavior, and they don't want to tank the market by having the news come out during market hours. Oh God. Yeah, we're going lower, guys. I think we open lower tomorrow. So what I'll probably do is if we have this move to the upside here at the very end of the day, like this last half hour, if we do move to the upside, right before the close, if we're at a peak rather than a trough, what I'll do is I'll probably sell against my puts so that I have like vertical puts. Sorry, I sell against my calls, not my puts. Sell against my calls so I have vertical call spreads. And that will reduce some of the loss that the calls would take tomorrow morning if we open lower. And then I could buy them back at a lower price level and go, ride them back up if I want. Sorry to Braze about that SPC loss. I can't get them all, my friend. EOS coin for the remainder of the week. We should see bumping along resistance sideways tomorrow, possibly breaking through, but bumping along, and then a pretty flat day on Friday with a key resistance highlighted. I definitely think it'll be higher in mid-November than it is now. So that's when I'm going to exit the remaining portion of my SPC. So not necessarily for a profit, but probably at least hopefully close to even, or it'll be better, less of a loss than if I closed it today. But I already made back most of that loss with the puts that I was riding throughout this decline. And those puts were purchased with some of the funds from making my SPC position smaller, so really it was the right move for me. Will Microsoft go up tomorrow? Hi Lisa, welcome. Will Microsoft go up tomorrow? Yes or no? It's gonna be like, it's gonna go higher, but from a lower price level. I think, is that accurate? Yes or no? Yeah, it's gonna go higher tomorrow, but out of a lower price level than where we are right now. That's Microsoft. Oh, appreciate it, Tabriz. Looking forward to seeing that order. Oh my God! It was like I just saw you all the way here at the bottom. I'm sorry about that. Hi all. UNP price trend on Thursday and Friday. UNP price trend tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow's 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp decline, overall bearish. And then Friday is a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time. Oh, no worries, Tabriz. Thanks for letting me know, my man. What's the Meta earnings reaction? When does that come out? When's the Meta earnings? Is that today? After the bell? Market reaction to Meta earnings. Nothing there for earnings. So it's gonna be like a move higher that ends, and then a decline from that move higher. Oh, that's a good idea, Proof. I'll make a video like that. That's not a bad idea. Let me write that down. Thank you for the kisses, Hermes. You're a funny guy, you know. You're such a funny guy, you know. You just want to give me kisses, huh? Funny, funny. Hermes, are you giving me a bath? Oh, yeah, you're ridiculous. You are too much, you know. Oh, yeah, how's PLTR doing now? I haven't looked at it in a while. Nice. Well, if we don't finish at like a peak here, guys, I think that's a really strong indication of a big drop overnight. PLTR is AI. Right, because if we open higher than the lows today, I mean if we close higher than the lows today, if we close off the lows, then tomorrow this failure card and this Princess of Discs card, these are cross-reading congruencies for lowest lows, just like we had today. Right? And so if we don't open like higher off the lows when we open at lows, then chances are we go much lower tomorrow. If we don't close off of the lows, chances are we go much lower tomorrow. If we do close off the lows, like notably off the lows, then it's likely that we revisit lows. But if we're already at lows when we close the day, it's very very likely we go lower tomorrow, guys. SEI coin for the rest of the week. I got a Claire Kinetic Tower card for Thursday, so from a peak, there's a significant decline standing out on a multi-day scale. And then Friday, from a crest, we have a decline down to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below support, come back and reuse it as support. did my E-Trade window go? Oh, here we go. You're welcome, Proof. I think we probably go lower here, guys. So that's not much of a move to the upside. If we go lower from here, oof. Matter of fact, there we go. Look at that. Just the 1 minute chart still, so it might not last, but. Will Tesla continue to decline tomorrow? Tesla definitely goes, it declines tomorrow, but it looks like it does so from a peak. And it looks like that was the low there, the lowest low for the month, probably already there on the 23rd, I think. We have a peak tomorrow and we should sell off from it. It's probably pretty similar price level to the 220-ish that we saw yesterday, 222-ish. Thanks for the crazy accurate insights. You mentioned that BTC might not hit ATH all-time high this bull run. Does that still stand? ETH the same? Well, it could revisit its high. It could revisit its high, but it's not going to make a new all-time high. It's possible it revisits its high. It's pretty bullish into the end of the year. Let's see what we got. Guys, I would take, if you got short positions that are like really in the money now, good profits there. You should probably take those profits and then reposition yourself. I'm talking about SPY. I got VTC on the screen, but you should reposition yourself. You should take your profits here at the end of the day and reposition yourself, putting less money on the table in a new investment or a new position. So keep some of the profits that you made off the table, put a smaller position on, and reposition yourself. So I think we probably open significantly lower. Like I said, the full card can easily be a gap down. That's like the gap down card. If there's a gap down, it could be easily be the full card showing it. You combine that with the failure card there and this little stone. Probably open lower. Now, if we don't open lower, then we're going to retest the high and then we go into lows again. So we'll either revisit the lows that we're at or we'll go lower than that. And there's a retest of a high in there as well, midday. And then it looks like out of a significant decline at the end of the day, there's a notable move higher. But depending on how much of a downward trend there is today or tomorrow, it could get canceled out a little bit, the opposing energies. What's interesting is we've got this attempt to establish support here as the preview. It's a cross-reading congruency for the low there. There's two ways you could read this failure card here. It could be that we revisit highs at the beginning of the day, as a possibility, the same price level as this failure card, or more likely what it is that this decline from the high here continues overnight into the morning on the 26th. BTC. Nice move. So, guys, I'll come back to that question in a minute. I don't want to get distracted here. Okay. Um It doesn't look like it's a new all-time high for Ethereum either. Approximately 4,800. Roughly 4,800 in 2024, 2025. I think it might be 2024. Just have a feeling. Right, because we've got the Four of Swords cross-street congruency here at the end of the year in 2024. So more likely that this energy of the high takes place here in 2024. All right, my friends, with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I think it's probably going to open lower tomorrow, AV. I think so, yeah. 415 might be in the cards there. Proof SPY next Monday. Hard to say because it's such a wild week here. But there is possibility of a lowest low there on the beginning of the day, maybe on Monday. Right, we've got cross-street incongruencies again, but there's also cross-street incongruencies for highs here now too, so it gets really kind of crazy there. All right, my friends, thanks so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. Guys, just make sure you follow this because the universe will shut you off. Even if I don't ban you, the universe is going to make sure this information is used not solely for our like selfish purposes. So the way that you guarantee you continue the flow of abundance through this channel, 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities every time you profit, and 5% of the profits back to the channel here leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, my friends, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel for being an angel investor. Hey, Joe.